Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yashabra Yahweh Shema Thumb by Shemi Shai. This is priest and officer Kuraya Allah out of ISUPK, Connecticut. Started off in ISUPK since 1969 to now. Out of 1 West 125th Street under Commanding General Yohana. And today we're going to go into this article that I got off the internet pertaining to a Catholic school dealing with Catholic religion. But before then, I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Just give me a few minutes. I'm sorry. I gotta just try to get this together as far as this chat. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go into the class. Okay, so there was this article that came up. And I thought it was an interesting article because it pertains to Black Lives Matter and the LGBTQ flag. Now, it was a school in Massachusetts, in Worcester, Massachusetts, that didn't want them flying that. But I'm gonna read the article and then we'll take it from there. Okay. It was a bishop said a bishop in Worcester school, and the title says Bishop says school flying Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ flags can no longer call itself Catholic. Hold on. A Massachusetts bishop this week has declared that a Worcester middle school may no longer identify as Catholic after it refused to take down Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ plus pride flags that have flown in front of the building for over a year. Interesting. Bishop Robert J. McManus had said previously that he disapproved of the school's decision to fly the flags, which he alleged sent messages inconsistent with Catholic beliefs. Now, understand this. The Catholic religion is a religion with that, like the Christian church, do a lot of child molestation, raping, and a lot of homosexual acts up in there. Now, this is a bishop that said he's been disapproved of it, right? Because it's inconsistent with the Catholic beliefs. Okay, now is Nativity School president Thomas McKinney this week said the school would appeal the decision and will continue to fly the flags. So this guy Thomas McKinney, he's the school president. He said they're going to continue to fly it. Now he understand that right now, this world, this society is dominated by a lot of homosexuality. It's being pushed on our kids. It's being pushed everywhere. Everywhere you look, they're trying to warp our minds into believing that lifestyle is normal, when it clearly tells you in the Bible that it's not, that the Lord disapproves of that. Anyway, a Massachusetts middle school may no longer describe itself as Catholic after refusing to lower a Black Lives Matter flag and an LGBTQ plus pride flag. A local bishop has declared, Bishop Robert J. McManus on Thursday said the Nativity School of Worcester, a tuition free middle school for boys from low income families, is prohibited from identifying as a Catholic school over its decision to fly the flags, which he said in April represents ideologies that are inconsistent with Catholic beliefs. Now, you know, the Catholic belief, like I said, they deal with a lot. They molest a lot of boy. A lot of homosexuals come out of these Christian churches and Catholic churches. Now, understand that what that bishop is saying is true. That's wrong. That they sending the wrong ideas. But again, they're gonna push this homosexual agenda because it's dealing with low income families. It's free tuition for low income families. So where's the low income families at? It's in the black and Hispanic neighborhoods. So of course they're gonna want to keep pushing that agenda because that's a form of genocide. Because if homosexuals and lesbians grow up and they in these relationships there, who are making these babies? How's babies being born? And they only doing it and they pushing it heavily in our communities. Because uh, a young homosexual or a young lesbian, they eventually gonna grow up, get old, and die. And what kids are left behind to carry on their legacy or to even carry on populating the earth? No. So understand that there's an agenda that's out for every black, Hispanic, and Native Indians out there. Okay. So I'm gonna finish. It says Catholic Mass, sacraments, and sacramentals are no longer permitted to be celebrated on nativity schools grounds, and the school is no longer allowed to participate in fundraising involving other institutions in the Diocese of Worcester. McManus wrote in his decree, which is effective immediately. America is changing faster than ever. Add changing America to, oh, excuse me, the name of Bishop Emeritus Daniel P. Riley must also be removed from a list of the school's board of trustees as dia, a diocese, good night, tongue twister. A diocesan bishop is my sacred duty and inherent responsibility to determine when a school claiming to be Catholic is acting in such a way that is contrary to the teachings of the Catholic Church. Hmm. McManus wrote, despite my instance that the school administration removed these flags because of the confusion and of the properly theological scandal that they do and can promote. They refuse to do so. This leaves me no other option but to take canonical actions. In an open letter published by the Diocese of Worcester in May, McManus wrote that the flag flown at the Nativity School embodied specific agendas. I'm going to read that again. It says McMahon in an open letter published by Diocese of Worcester in May, McManus wrote that the flags flown at the Nativity School embody specific agendas that contradict Catholic social and moral teachings, warning that the school would be stripped of its Catholic identity if it continues to display the flags. So I would go back to this paragraph right here where it says it embodies specific agendas. So you got to ask yourself, what is that special specific agendas? What is that? Because it's dealing with low income family. Low income families deal with usually Black and Hispanic and Native Indians, right? So what's the agenda? We all know what the agenda is. ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana has been saying this since 1969 to now, that they trying everything in their power because they know their time is up. Our oppressor, these damn devil dogs, they know that our time is up, that their time is up, and our time is we're about to regain this kingdom. So they push these agendas because if we're going off and we sinning, the Lord's gonna be disappointed with us. And that and if we're sinning and going off, it's a strong possibility the Lord would do away with us. But understand that the sins that we're doing now, we can be saved. When you see the men and the women at ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, we was all sinners, but we changed our lives. That old man, that old woman died. That new man, that new woman is in here and comes in here and changes their ways. You don't have to do wrong. You don't have to do wrong. You know, uh, you don't have to do you don't have to keep sinning. If you're a drug dealer, you can stop. If you're homosexual, you can stop. If you're a murderer, if you're a molester, if you can stop. But you gotta want to stop. You gotta know in your spirit that this is wrong. What you're doing is wrong. And understand that it's an agenda on a specific group. We're being targeted because these damn bastards know that this is not our lifestyle. Homosexuality is not a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian part of our culture. That's the Romans and the Greeks' behavior right there. Just like you follow their holidays, you're going to follow their lifestyles. And that's something that we got to stop. We got to pull away from that. We got to come out of her. We got to come out of Babylon and their ways and their customs. We got to claim our culture. But let me get back to the article, Salakia. It says, gay pride flags not only represent support for gay marriages, but also promote actively living an LGBTQ plus lifestyle, he wrote. Others in society may say that is fine. Such people may be doing wonderful humanitarian work, but an institution that calls itself Catholic cannot condone that behavior. McManus added in the May letter that the Black Lives Matter movement also contradicts traditional Catholic beliefs, in part, because it promises a queer, affirming, and trans affirming learning environment for students. Now, this is Black Lives Matter. This is what ISUPK have been saying since Black Lives Matter came out. It says it right there in their disclaimer when you read about their history, what they about. It's not about Black lives. It don't matter. That's what it should say. Black lives don't matter because you're promoting that. You're not creating Black lives, protecting Black lives. You're destroying Black lives. So what this bishop is doing and saying is what the Bible's been saying, the Lord's been saying. The Bible was written thousands of years ago. This is what ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana has been saying. When we go out in the street and we putting in that work, when we're out there, this is what we do. This is what we promote. Because the Lord said is wrong, we say is wrong. Whatever the Most High says, we say. Whatever the Most High tells us to do, we do. The Most High don't want us to be a homosexual. That's an abomination. That is filthy. Is wrong. That lifestyle is completely wrong. You know? Like that bishop said, he said they might be doing humanitarian things and that's fine and good. But at the end of the day, that don't exempt the lifestyle they living. Because you got to say this. Quick sidebar for a second. If you have somebody that's doing humanitarian work, but you over there molesting kids, or you raping, or you drug dealing, or you murdering, all that work of humanitarian, it don't mean nothing. Because the lifestyle you living is foul. But because you're doing something nice, that's just a cover up right there. All right, let me finish going to this story. So, got a few more paragraphs left. Okay. 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 A learning environment for the student. It also seeks to undermine the importance of the nuclear family and disrupts the traditional family structure. Of course, it disrupts the traditional family structure because the traditional family structure is the Most High, Yahushua, Mashiach, what y'all know as Christ, the father, man, the mother, woman, and the children. That's the family structure right there. It's not the woman, the man, and then the children. How confusing is that? How confusing is that? You know, now we live in a society where they're mindful of traumas and things, mental health, right? But understand, living that lifestyle is that mental health, that issue, that traumatized, that's a effed up mentality to have, to think it's okay to sleep with the same sex. There's something really wrong with you mentally. Now, I'm not making fun of what have happened because a lot of times it stems from a childhood trauma, being molested or raped by the same sex, being taken advantage of as a child. And and understand this. I'm not making light of what have happened. That's not funny at all. That's disgusting. But understand, because that was done to you don't mean you have to live like that. There's a chance you can pull away from that. But our Christian church, our Catholic church, all these other religions, they don't do nothing to help people like that. They actually add to it because you might have somebody that was taken advantage of. Seeking help, and then the help that they seeking end up taking advantage of them again. So now they got a double whammy, a triple whammy, and then they end up becoming on drugs and or just messed up in the head. Understand that this effed up was done, but understand that that lifestyle is effed up to take on because whatever was done to you doesn't make it right what was done. But that lifestyle also it don't give you the right to say this is the lifestyle I have to lead because it was done to me. That's why if you need help, you seek counsel. Yeah, we do counsel. ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. You call the school, you get it on the website, isupk.com, and you need counsel, we give counsel. We do counsels. I'm gonna finish this last little piece. It says in a McManus wrote Thursday, adding that the Catholic Church strongly affirms that all lives matter. In a statement to the Nativity School community, Nativity School President Thomas McKinney said the school will seek to appeal McManus' decision to remove its Catholic identity through appropriate channels. In the meantime, McKinney said Nativity will continue to fly both the Black Lives Matter and Pride flags to give visible witness to the school's solidarity with our students, families, and their communities. Commitment to our mission, grounded and animated by gospel values, Catholic social teachings, and our Jesuit heritage compels us to do so. Excuse me, not Jesuit heritage compels us to do so. So understand that, okay, there's two things. If anybody calls themselves believing in God and the Most High, first of all, if you believe in the Bible, it clearly tells you, I'm going to go into the Leviticus 18 and 22. That it is wrong, that their lifestyle is wrong. Leviticus 18 and 22, it says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. This is in the Bible. What that bishop was saying was true. That goes against the moral code of the Most High. But the Most High, we're not Catholics, we're not Christian. We're Israelites. Now, what that bishop was saying is true that the Lord don't it's an abomination. I just read it, Leviticus 18:22. You got numbers, you got you got scriptures saying that lifestyle is wrong. Now you got the Catholic Church saying that. You got a bishop there saying that, but they pushing the agenda. Like, understand that 20, 30 years ago, this lifestyle was not running rampant like it is now. It was not in shows like that. It was not. It was damn near forbidden. Yet they spending millions of dollars to push this agenda into the minds of our kids, into the minds of our sons, our daughters, and to have them growing up thinking that it's a norm. This is why it's very important that Black woman, Hispanic woman, Native Indian woman, to keep your kids' fathers in their life, especially when they're trying to be in their children's life. Because at the end of the day, if you do that, you're destroying your child right there. You're destroying your children because it's not just this school, it's a lot of these other schools that push this LGBTQ, what is it, plus pride, whatever the hell that is, lifestyle. You have the Black Lives Matter lifestyle that's being pushed to say it's all right. You're feeling what you're feeling because it's all right. But it's gonna come to the time. It's gonna be a time when our King, our Savior, come back with the double-edged sword, and then we're gonna see how much the LGBTQ and you Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, you want to see how see how true you could be what you want to be. Because when that day comes, boy, just pray y'all don't wait till the last minute to get right. We got to get right. If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, this is who I'm talking to. This is who ISUPK, the Commanding General Yohana, is talking to. Anything else, y'all could live that lifestyle. That's we could care less. We care about our own. I'm gonna sidebar for a second. I see a few people up in the chats here. Throw a little shout out. Who's Yapar Shayara, Labar, Banyanyam, Yapar Shayara, Yahawada, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Al Thumb by Shimya Shah. Let me see who else is in there. We got Bakwash Yahweh Shimya Shabrakatha. Who else is up in there? Gabal Math, Yahweh Shimya Shabrakathum. Atha Salakia. Oh, and Trooper Haya Allah. New York, BX in the house. Yahba Shem Yashabrakatah. Just do a little quick shout out to the people that's on here. Okay, so that 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 school, that Catholic, that belief, that religion is we don't deal with that. But what that, like I said, what that bishop was saying was right. That lifestyle is wrong, and you're gonna start seeing more and more of that because we keep pumping this truth. This truth is getting out there. No matter how much they try to shut us down, this word is getting out there, and our oppressors is seeing because they know that they time is short, and they want to, I guess, try to make right. But at the end of the day, we are gonna see when that day comes. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna see us out there teaching anymore. People gonna be looking for us in that day. But we out there every weekend. Nobody comes out. Nobody checks us out. People walk right past and think we're a bunch of crazy niggas dressing weird. When in actuality, that was the garments we wore, the priestly garments that we wore when we went out back in them days. You know. But I'm gonna go into a couple more scriptures, a few more scriptures pertaining to that lifestyle. And then go to Deuteronomy 23 and 17. It says, "There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel." There should be no whores. You're not going to sit there and turn our daughters into bisexuals, having woman on woman action, menage a trois, and all that other stuff. There should be no whores because you're making them a whore. You're having them in strip clubs, sliding up and down a pole, and and so forth. You got to understand that it's our duty as men to guide these women, protect them, be a father to the fatherless, you know. It's our job to do that. We can't just turn around because you see a vulnerable young sister there, take advantage of her, and then she's looking for that daddy. She may not have a daddy for whatever reasons. It's our job as men to protect our sisters. Give them guidance. Don't take advantage of them. Because you know who takes advantage of them? The Christian church, the Catholic church, and so forth. ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, you will not be taken advantage of. Believe that. And I'm going to read it again. Deuteronomy 23 and 17. It says, "There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel." It says, "Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel." Sodomite, homosexual. You're taking it in areas you shouldn't be taking it. You're a sodomite. And it says, "Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel." So if the Lord's saying that, then where does homosexual come into play? If the Lord's telling you, there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Or if it's saying you should not lay with mankind like you would lay with womankind. If the Lord's telling us this, where does homosexual fit into these scriptures? Because the Most High tells you he's not an author of confusion. But when you sit there and you look at that school in Worcester, not Connecticut, Massachusetts, when you look at the schools across the world, across the nation that are in our hoods, in our areas, that's teaching our children, when they're pushing these agendas there, you're not going to tell me that that's evil and wicked? And to get back to that article, for the president of that school to go against what that bishop said of the school, knowing that what the bishop said was right, but you still have an agenda, that's because they clearly have an agenda and he's pushing it. And he's going to fight. And they're fighting to push to keep that going. You're not gonna tell me that's not evil as hell? That's wicked. That is beyond wicked. That is wicked. Okay, let me get I'm gonna go into a few more scriptures. Numbers 23 and 19. Okay, it says, "The powers is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Had he said, and he shall, he not do it? Or had he spoken, and shall he not make good of it? Most High don't lie. Most High don't have to lie. First of all, who's anybody on the face of this earth or anybody in this world, in this universe, that the Most High have to answer to? Nobody. Why should he lie? Why would he lie? Because if you're calling the Most High a lie, you're calling him a coward. And that's heavy. Because if you can sit there and fix your mouth to even think that, or fix your mind, or fix your mouth to say that or think that, then you are mentally effed up. You have to be gone. Because who does he have to lie to? Who does he have to answer to? Nobody. So when he say that you should not be a homosexual, I'm paraphrasing, you shall not make the whores of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel, or lay with a man lay with another man, like you would lay with a woman. Paraphrasing, the Most High, he's not a lie. He's telling you what he wants, and it's not up for negotiation. It's not for him to negotiate to say, "Oh well, we could do this. You can't do that." If he says no, no is no. Yet the rebellion of our people, knowing and hearing when they see the brothers out in the street talking, or they see us online teaching, you know, for people to turn around and do that, is off. It's completely off, you know. Because the Most High, I'm going to another scripture, 1 Corinthians 14 and 33, where it says, for the powers is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. The Most High is not an author of confusion. So, to sit there to think that the Most High will condone such behavior, it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful, especially coming from, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, thinking along those lines. Now I'm going to let me see another scripture. It's disrespectful to think that it's all right to go against what's being said. Like when you look at like these the Bibles that they use in the Christian churches and the Catholic churches, and so, well, the Catholic church is chopped up anyway, but in the Christian church especially, scriptures are pulled out left and right, where it's damn near like every possible sin that you want to do, you be able to do it because it's not in there. It's not. They pull them scriptures out to fulfill their lust. And when you look at them, if you ain't know any better, you would think, oh, I could do this because it doesn't say this in this Bible. And that's what a lot of our people do. They tend to turn to their lust to think that it's all right to do certain things that goes against the scriptures, you know. Um, I'm going to James 3:16, for instance. It says, James 3:16, it says, "For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work." And that community is evil and strife going on there, you know, and it's confusion, you know. They envying and they strife and they confused over there in that world, that community. So understand, and in every evil work. So being a part of that lifestyle, understand that you're gonna do everything evil in there. Think about it. When you're there, they're on drugs. They're doing all kinds of whatever. It's they're just in there just from the little I seen. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. That lifestyle is beyond it's sick. It's disgusting. You know. I'm going to Deuteronomy 22:5 because you sit there, you got these the LGBTQ pride, whatever thing, having women dressing like men, looking like men dressing looking like women. It's just disgusting, sickening. You know, I'm going to Deuteronomy 22:5. It says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Most High thy power." Thy powers. It's not me saying that. It's all in the Bible. King James Version, 16:11. I have nothing to do with that. Nobody have nothing. This is the Lord's talking. This is the Most High's words. It's not my words. This is what the Most High said. Like I brought up in the scripture earlier, 1 Corinthians 14:33, that the Lord said he's not an author of confusion. Most High's not here to confuse people. He's here to get his people right. Who's his people? The 12 tribes, the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. 12 tribes. That's who the Most High is here for. We are his people. It's our job to wake up our people. Okay, hit us with hit y'all with a couple more scriptures. Hold on. First Corinthians. Okay. 1 Corinthians 6:9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the powers. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Verse 10, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor rivalers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the powers. Now, all down that list, you understand, if you live in that lifestyle, you're not inheriting the kingdom of the power of the Most High. That's why you have a chance now. You hear this? You hear this? You hear this? Do this. Change your life. Stop that lifestyle. Come back to the Lord. That's what the Lord wants us to do. He wants us to come back to Him. But we choose not to. Why is that? Because we rather sin and fulfill our lusts. We rather sit there and do what we want and then call on the Lord when things happen. When we going through things, then we all want to call on the Lord when an emergency is involved. But we never want to come back to Him when we can, willingly. But we choose not to. One way or another, the Most High, if He wants you, He's going to make you come in there. He's going to make you come in there. Believe that. Let me see. Okay, I did this. Okay, Leviticus 20 and 13. I'm gonna hit you with the 1-2 on this one. If a man also lies with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Now understand this. We're not doing that. The Lord's going to do that. This is the Lord's talking. They'll be put to death. What do you think the monkeypox? What do you think AIDS? What do you think HIV and all these other diseases that they get for living that lifestyle? Read that again. Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And their blood going to be on them. It's going to be on them. We have a chance to change our life, whether we doing whatever manner of sins. The Most High allows you to, the Most High will forgive you once you come back to Him. You get a clean slate. You get a clean slate with the Lord. But we got to come back to Him. If not, then understand that the Most High is ruthless. Like he's a loving, forgiving power. But understand, the Most High, He do what He want with you. If He feels like you're being disrespectful, then He, the Most High, He'll deal with you, in that, in that sense. Okay, let me see. Let me check one more. Let's see. One more. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna do these last couple scriptures and then wrap it up. Proverbs 17 and 15. It says, "He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, Even they both are abomination to the Lord. Understand that when you sit there and justify homosexuality, when you sit there and say it's okay to do that, when you sit in here and say, oh, it's all right to be a drug dealer, it's all right to be a murderer, a rapist, a pedophile, a homosexual, a lesbian, a strip, that's, and you condone that, you're justifying that. But then the same people that justify that wickedness will turn around and condemn ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. When we sit there and we condemn y'all, and we sit there and judge y'all according to the scriptures, y'all condemn us because what we saying is the truth. Understand that we have a job as Israelites to wake our people up, the Lord's chosen people, our brothers, our sisters, wake them up. But yet we get condemned by the wicked. Most High says, even they both are abomination to the Lord. But Most High detests them. He can't stand them because of them condemning us, because we're delivering the word to our people. We delivering the word to our people, yet we get condemned for that. Hold on. I'm gonna hit you with the Proverbs 28:9 also. Says, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination. So understand, when you're living that lifestyle, that homosexual lifestyle, you want to be wicked and so forth, you know, it says, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination. This is the Most High talking right there. Even his prayers shall be abomination. You want to turn away and don't hear what we're saying? Most High, when you ready to pray to the Most High, he not gonna listen to you. He's not. He's not gonna listen to you. You know. Okay. Let me drop that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Slakia. Um. Yeah. So understand that if you don't want to hear the Lord, the Most High, that's fine. You don't have to. But the Most High, he considered that an abomination. Your prayers would be abomination to him. He'd be disgusted. Like he don't even want to hear it. You know, because as a people, we're faced with a lot of misinformation out there. We're forced with a lot of um uh false leadership, no leadership. So in turn, we walk around and a lot of our people, they looking for answers and ways, but a lot of us don't. A lot of us is so hell bent and so caught up in the buffoonery out here of our people to entertain these other nations out here. And it's just totally disgusting, you know? And why is that? Because a lot of our people don't know no better. Like the Lord even said it in Hosea 4 and 6. I'm going to end it with this. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt not be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy powers. I will also forget thy children. So understand, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, it's not in our spirit to live that LGBTQ lifestyle, that transgender lifestyle. So understand, we know right from wrong spiritually. And a lot of our people know that living that lifestyle is wrong, but a lot of our people choose to do it because it allows you to do what you want, be what you want, feel how you want. It don't work like that. So understand that in the Christian church, in the Catholic church, and all these other religions out here, understand that they don't do nothing good for our people. And when I say our people, I'm talking about Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. There's nothing for them to do out there. There's nothing for them that they can do for our people because they have no answers for our people. ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana have all the answers for our people. We know how to fix our people according to the scriptures. You want true brotherhood, true sisterhood? Get a flyer, get in these classes, go on the website, find a school near you, get in these classes, and change your life. Change your whole life around. With that being said, I'm I'm Priest and Officer Karaya Allah out of ISUPK, Connecticut. That's my time. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashabrak Thumb. Yahweh Shema Allah Thumb by Shem Yashai. I'm out. Shalom.